You will not be surprised that I'm going to start by asking you about a meeting tomorrow that you're having. Happens to be on your schedule with Donald Trump.
Thursday,
Thursday. What's your agenda? What's your expectation for that meeting on Thursday?
Well, look, to me it's not, I don't want to negotiate or have a conversation with somebody through the media. I want to have a conversation with them one-on-one and with our leadership team. But basically, we need to start talking about how do we unify the Republican Party. The point I've been making is we shouldn't just pretend that our party is unified when we know it is not. Look, it's been 1 week since the primary effectively ended. It was a very, very bitter, divisive primary. It's going to take more than a week just to repair and unify this party. And so I think what we want to do is sit down together and talk about how we can unify the Republican Party so that we can be at full strength in the fall, because if we just pretend we're unified without actually unifying, then we'll be at half strength in the fall, and that won't go well for us. So that's what I think is necessary, and I think we're looking forward to this. And a couple of things are that there are some critical principles that we all believe in as conservatives that we just want to make sure that we're all rallying around those principles as we move forward.
Let's talk for a second about the question that a lot of your conservative friends have, which is whether Donald Trump is really a conservative. Is that up for discussion in this conversation on Thursday?
Look, again, I think it's better that we have more of a personal conversation between ourselves on policies and ideas and principles with our leadership team. But again, the goal here is to unify our party, and that's going to take some time and some work. I don't think it makes much sense to go into the past and litigate the primary. The primary's over. It's been litigated. Donald Trump deserves a lot of credit for winning the primary, for bringing millions of people into the party, and that's a big achievement. The question now is, can we unify all the various wings of the Republican Party to stitch them together so that we're on the same page, rowing in the boat in the same direction? And that's the kind of conversations we need to begin having.
So what prompted you to say that you weren't quite ready to go there yet?
Just my gut. It was just me being candid and honest. My gut. The other point was, a lot of us didn't think it would be ending this quickly. I was getting ready for an open convention as the chair of the convention, so we were preparing for the eventuality of an open convention. At the very least, we thought this would go to June 7 in California. So candidly, we hadn't talked, and we didn't think that this would happen so fast. I thought Cruz and Kasich were going to stay in the race at least until California. So I think everybody was a little caught off guard. I think Donald himself was probably surprised that he wrapped it up this quickly. And it was just too soon to basically jump out there. So it was just me being candid and honest. I just want to make sure that we run a campaign that everybody can get behind, that people are proud of having. And look, I have some experience with the Electoral College. I learned the hard lesson in 2012, how not to win the Electoral College. And we have to be a party that is broad and inclusive, principled, applies those principles to the problems of the day, offering the country better solutions, and actually appeals to independents and disaffected Democrats. I think we're capable of doing that. I think we can do this. Donald Trump brought a lot of disaffected Democrats and independents into the party through these primaries. So I think the seeds are there. The question is, can we just reap this harvest and put it all together?
Do you think he's broadening the Republican Party? Is he bringing in people who weren't Republicans, or is he merely activating Republicans who were?
No, I think he did. I mean, I'm sure there's some statistician that can give you a better answer than I can, but my gut feel of this and just observation of it is that, yeah, he brought some people in who hadn't voted Republican before.
Do you think the question of your chairmanship of the convention is open now? Is it an unresolved question?
I just don't know. I was just being, again, candid. I didn't even see the question coming when, I think it was the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel asked me this yesterday. Donald Trump is the presumptive nominee who will be nominated at the convention. That is why I would honor his decision as to who he wants to chair the convention. If he doesn't want me to chair the convention, with respect to the convention, I would defer to what he wants. I would honor that. I think that's just the only right thing to do.